that your house cannot be taken away from you. No. It's not possible. The most that will happen is you will have to pay for the land. The question would be, how much is the value of the land that you have to pay for? That is the issue. And that is, I believe, as my Lord has rightly stated, that is what we are here to negotiate.
So let me hear from him too. I'll hear from Lawyer Mende, hear from this, but all revolve around the same thing. And we'll try and plead with you people to see that you people give us the same price you sold to other people, or even lessen our own, because we are closer to you people more. You understand?
Yes.
And someday along the line, exactly. This is he said he has seen two fuller now. Since he has seen two fuller, you have a good bargain, right? Because if it's only one fuller, you see that it's dangerous. But now that there are two,
well, I'm not sure about that other one. Not a fuller.
That is a fuller now.
It's a fuller.
They are fuller.
Another fuller.
Lawyer Bennett.
Now you hear that?
These are open-minded.
You know, they are the ones that always say.
Yes.
If, for example, you come here and you see this mobile and you like it.
Yes.
If you take it.
Yes.
The private of my ownership.
Yes.
It's not considered theft.
In fuller man?
No. That's
it's not theft.
They put that on top of us.
You say if you come and see what?
If you come, let's follow up you here, and you have seen my mobile or my television, and you like it, you take it away, depriving me of my ownership. For them, it's not theft.
No.
You have to stop me from coming to your house.
So I'm telling you, you ask him.
No, it's not. They put that on top of us.
Okay. How do you see it?
Not nobody else.
Yes.
I'm a stickler for due process. When I do my matters, I do it tenaciously.
Not with that big stomach.
Wait now. My Lord himself, I recognize that fact over the years.
Yes.
And when I do my cases, I do it passionately and I do it vigorously. He himself has referred clients to me. I've given me a lot of clients and I've made a lot of money from it. And I didn't even buy him a drink.
No. Buy the drink here.
Wait now. He knows. And he has told a lot of those clients that, look, I'm sending you to Mr. Bennett because if he takes your case, he will fight your case.
That is true.
Vigorously.
Undoubtedly.
They are professional.
To the, as far as his ability to carry him. Now, I came into this case after the matter had been filed. I went. I know my Lord is not today. If my Lord was presenting and had an interest in the case, what I expected was for my Lord to call me.
Wait, let me.
Wait,
no, put the character, please. For God's sake, I beg you, please.
Let me just finish.
Wait. Let me just interrupt you. Now, I was the one that referred this matter not to Bachili.
Bachili, okay.
You understand? In fact, initially when Bachili asked me as to how much this man to pay him, I told him, I said, I cannot go that far. You have to negotiate with him. Whatever you agree on, it's your luck. You understand? I never ever knew that Mene was in this case until after the judgment was given. Wallahi, between me and God.
But let me...
Wait, I'm coming. I all along had spoken to Tal. And that is one of the reasons why Tal is avoiding me.
Oh, Salutar.
Okay. He was the one handling this matter with I don't know who. There was a lawyer that he was handling this matter with.
I'm a youth contact.
Exactly. You understand? And for some reason, Tal had always given me the impression that come what may, this man will not be affected. Even if the judgment were thrown against him.
But let me tell you
why. No, I'm coming. If I had known that you were in this case, what is going to stop me from talking to you?
Wait, let me tell you why I'm saying, if you just allow me finish.
Okay.
I know, so if you were representing him and you were interested in how things are wrapped up, like you indicated. If you call me and say, come on, my clients know that. I'll just tell them, look, this is the reality and this is my position. They know that. But no interest was indicated.
I agree.
And
As I told you,
yes,
at the time, I never ever knew that you were in this case.
Yes, that's what you said.
Yes.
That's what I want to understand.
I understand that
yes.
now. Good. But let me tell you, Bashili was handling the case, representing this man. The manner he handled the case for this man does not seem to suggest that there was any understanding at all, far from it. He defended the position of this man as if this man was relying on his presence as owner, and he fought it very vigorously. You understand what I'm saying? The only person who took a very conciliatory approach was Ida Drame. From the word go, immediately the plaintiff testified, and the drama said, look, we don't have leg to stand on. What do we do? We don't want this whole thing. He said, she made the point. I don't want to take the risk of having judgment given against my client and my client is thrown out of the property. In order to avert that risk, she said, what will you do accept at this point in time? That was long before even President. That is what Bashili should have done. And I told Bashili when the case was on, I said, Bashili, you are taking a position in the what my clients have told
My friend, you even have to say something.
What my clients have told you was that there was a meeting with your client, and this was the position. And we expect that in this circumstance, you are supposed to join with us based on this, not putting up this vigorous defense on the ground of ownership. That is not fly. Having acknowledged our lead, you understand?
Mr.
Now,
Collective exhaustion.
This gentleman will bear me witness. I was not, in fact, I was not even in the country when that judgment was delivered.
Yes, that's what you told me. You know,
Exactly.
I'm aware of all those things.
So I was the one, I tried to get, I was not in Abidjan, Yamoussoukro,
Yes.
when I was called.
My lord. Yes, I just want everybody to exhaust all their.
No, but I just want to
yes,
see the thing
I'm
is,
aware that.
we are in as much as we are in different positions now.
Yes.
We are all lawyers.
Yes.
You understand? And when a lawyer has a disappointment against his colleague,
no, it's not.
No, wait, I'm coming.
It's better how you clarify that which we
Exactly.
understood now.
that's what I'm trying to explain.
One
to you.
did not
When they
know
call
he
me,
was there, yes.
when they call me in Yamoussoukro, I tried to call Salutal, I could not get him. I asked him.
Yes.
I asked, no, I didn't even know that man was in
Yes, I know. And you remember you told me something like that.
Exactly.
Sometime.
So I told this man, I said, look, whatever you do, go to Bachili and tell him to call me because I cannot reach him. He called me back to say, Bachili said he will call me because he was in court. Am I right or wrong? Subsequently, you know, I called Bachili and I got him. I said, look, why don't you get me Salutal? Because I'm trying to call him, he's not taking my call. Why don't you go there and call me in his presence so I can speak with him? Up to this moment I'm talking to you, I have not been able to speak to Salutal.
You know the problem, Bashili did not tell you that it's Bennett that is doing the
That's what I'm telling you.
It's Bashili's problem.
Let
He has
me
cleared that
tell you,
issue.
you started by explaining something about his reaction with when they told him how much they were when asking for the land. How he was angry and he responded. You told him not to be angry. It was because of his frustration and the fact that he had just been thrown out of his entire family, the confusion of it that made him react like that. I'm just trying to tell you also, from the perspective of my client, why they have reacted to certain things in certain ways. If you just say, I'm not, for me and you, that one is a separate matter, we'll sort ourselves out. That is separate. Me, I'm not, as far as I'm concerned,
Against you.
I'm not
You don't want to put yourself into trouble. You are the one that put yourself into trouble. Well, you just made a statement here, didn't you, my lord?
Wait, let me just finish. So,
Yes.
now, he took a position in the case that was very hostile to the plaintiff. Very, very hostile.
Mr. Amene,
Let me
before
just...
you prolong
Exhausted.
I don't want him to go that far. I just want the man to repeat what I just told him earlier before you do it. He made a certain statement. I said, look, you must understand one thing. Sometimes lawyers can be very dangerous.
Yes, very, very.
They will always want to create an issue where they can inflate their fees.
Yes, very well.
I told him.
Very well.
My lord, between you
So,
and me,
Bachili,
I stole all
the way I was honest with this man, And so if Bachir was similarly honest with him and was placing me around the line, the matter would not have taken this direction.
The government's client settled long ago.
I never knew.
At a very early stage.
I never knew that did happen.
And then I told Mr. Bashili, because of the story my client had told me, I told Mr. Bashili, I said, look, the procedure you are taking in this case, I don't really understand it. Because what my client had told me that there was a meeting, and in that meeting, this was what happened. I expect you to say, look, let's negotiate and agree as to this. And then we'll proceed against the other defendant. That was what Mr. Ahmed did. He told me, no, those were not my instructions. Now, my clients were very, very disappointed. They said, look, this is people we had a meeting with, and we had this thing. I didn't expect this man to jump with the other trespasser and be fighting us and prolonging the case and this and that. He said, well, those were not his instructions. I said, okay, let's go on with the case. Even all the other defendants, I told them, I said, look, this is a matter that can be easily settled. The main man who sold to you people has come and said he's sorry, he made a mistake. The person that sold, but I can assume, he said he made a mistake, that he was deceived by Wajata. That if he had known that my client had a lease, he would not have gone into those transactions. That the Akalo misled him. You understand? So I told at that point in time, I said,
he's lying, he was looking for fast money.
I said, why? Yes, he was looking for fast money. He knew because later I heard that he said the Akalo told him that the man had died because his name is Tigrish. Now, I said, look, at that point, I said, look, why?
Only we are in the meeting. You are hearing that.
Some of them said they don't have money to settle. Some of them said they already collected money to go but they were not interested. That's how the case was. Now, my client was very upset. Because as far as he's concerned, he had a gentleman agreement that this one is not key. So after the case, he said, look, he has been put through a lot of expenses over his land. He has fought this case. You know, when Saluka started it, my lord and the other were raising all sorts of objections. Saluka was confused, you know, darling, all over it. So all those expenses were piling on him. He had so many lawyers, even Joe, Amiju, so many of them. So the legal costs he incurred in trying to protect his interest rose astronomically. So eventually, when his lawyer was not conciliatory until up to judgment, when they were asking for the value of the land after judgment, you know, there's a lot of difference between somebody who decided to avoid the risk by settling before judgment. It's different from somebody who said, I will take the risk and then wait until judgment. And then judgment now did not go the way he expected because the case was not handled properly. All these property we were talking about, they built and this and that. There was no valuation, there was no evidence of any valuation.
No problem. Let us
now, my client gave the value he gave based on the open market valuation. There was a proper valuation done, and the legal cost, a percentage of the legal cost that he had incurred in fighting the protected interest. That was the figure that I didn't make any figure. They gave me the figure. I gave it to Bashili. Bashili was not even going to negotiate. He was just dismissing. He said that is outrageous, and that was the end. And then they called him and they gave the same figure to them, and he said that is unreasonable, and that was the end of it.
Okay, though, let us, yes.
Okay, now
that's exactly, all those is gone. So now, I want to ask one question first. Can this man, on behalf of that man, give a figure first and foremost, or you want the man to be around before we negotiate as to the price?
The man right now, this is his partner.
Yes.
This is his partner here.
Yeah.
But any figure that is proposed,
Yes.
I have to inform you.
Okay.
because
I have to inform you.
Propose a figure. Okay, so even you are saying they should propose first. Okay.
Before they propose a figure, let me just say that there's a valuation.
Yes. And so the price of land in that area.
No, not just that area. There's a valuation of that plot.
This man's plot.
Yes.
Okay.
What we did was that fortunately my client is a very reasonable person. So I told him, even when Mr. Silla settled, we had evaluation. Our position was that these people are in this situation they are. Several of them, apart from the first and second defendant, and a few of them, a lot of them are just where they are due to no fault of theirs. He's unfortunately one of them. You understand? They did not know as at the time they were doing
That
those
it was
transactions
not-
that they went out to trespass on somebody's land. No,
Yes.
they made honest mistakes, and that
Yes.
it was my position of my client that those people who want to settle and retain, he is amenable to that. So what he did was that he did a evaluation of the various plots. And nowadays technology has done that. On Google, you see all the plots, all.
Here in the Gambia.
Yes, if I show you the Google.
Okay, what is the
So,
valuation for that
the
plot?
valuation of that plot, according to the open market valuation done by Things and Associates, because this plot, you see, this is.
Only without, my lord, you have an idea about land.
This is-
Which area
Yes,
is
sir.
land?
It's Bijilo.
This is Google Earth. See all the plan. Now the valuation of that plot, according to Things and Associates, that is take a look at it.
What is the dimension? Can you see that line on there?
It's plot number 9.
Luckily, you have an idea about land.
I know.
No, this is the by
If they come now with a reasonable figure, I will be able to tell you.
Okay.
no the
Yes,
dimension is very big. This is you see.
It's a very big land.
Yeah, it's very big.
No, the entire land or his land?
His
Land.
land
This
is
land.
What is the dimension?
Plot number 9. I'll give it.
almost 40 meters.
That's not a very big land. That's exactly 2 plots of land.
It's approximately
Government
1,000.
plot of land.
It's 1,562.75 square meters.
No, when you bring it that way, I will not understand.
Okay, it is
How many meters by how many meters?
How many meters?
The government dimension of land is 20 by 25.
no, this one is not 20 by 20.
No, you don't understand what I'm trying to say.
Okay, okay.
What do you
Government
understand?
allocation
What is
land
it? You
now
have a
only
glass?
20 by
Oh, let me
25.
borrow your glasses. I can use your glasses.
How we know it's not blind.
You seem to be at the same
Okay, it is 44.6 meters. One side is 44.7 meters by 35 meters.
You see?
Yes.
It's not equal to government, 2 plots of land allocated by
So
government.
it's like 1.5.
So
No, it's more than 1.5.
no.
It is more
Government allocation is 20 by 25.
This one is more than 20 by 25 now.
Yeah, that's what he's
You don't
saying.
understand what I'm
He said
saying?
not up to 2, it's like 1.5.
It's more than 2.
No.
See, this is 44. That is if you divide like this.
Take 20
That
by
is
25.
25 plus 25 is 50.
No, you don't understand.
No, that you, I understand it, but you don't
If
understand
it is
me.
double, it will be 40 by
Plots,
50.
he said 2 plots will be 50
By
by 40. Because government plot is 25
By 20. Okay, okay.
You don't understand.
It's let's say 1 3/4.
Well, anyway, look at something like that.
You say government plot is 25 by 20, not so.
Yes.
Okay, look at.
Then 2 will be
Wait
50
now, wait now, not like that. That is 4 points.
you are like-
Listen, I do this thing a lot. Let me show you. See, if you draw a line across now, the limit, if you draw a line, if you see,
The other wall was also 3 by
I mean, I'll call you, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you.
meters in total.
I'll call you, I'm in a meeting.
but what you are talking about is 4 government plots.
Tell
Not
me, I will
listen
do it.
to this. See, this
This
is
time, I
44.7
do quite with
by
the
35. Also,
Yes.
if you draw middle of year down like this, what will you have? You have 22.35 by 35 each.
Yeah.
You understand? That is more than 2 plots.
You don't follow what I'm trying to explain to you. You see, you can have a plot of land, for example, let's say this one. Let's say you have 20 this way and 25 that way, for example.
Yes.
Alright? If you want to annex the same size plot to this, if you come this way, it will be 40 by 25.
Yes.
If you come this way, it will be 50 by 20.
Yes.
That's what
why
I
I say
make.
maybe we are getting the calculation wrong.
You see,
Two
I think
plots of-
you might
if
make
one
one
plot,
last thing.
what I feel-
But I think I've dealt with land more than you will ever do.
If a land, that's
That's
the way I
what
see it. If a land is 25 by 20, that is 25, 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
1. 2 will be 50 by 40.
No.
All are
No,
is that
no,
four?
no, no.
So I thought.
No.
That's what I'm telling you.
This is if you take it this way by the length, which is supposed to be 20, and you take the width to 25. If you want to have the equal,
It's simple. You see, if you have a pencil now, you sorry my lord. See, this is very simple. This is the land.
I cannot see you. Take it.
Okay, take. check to see something. If you look at it now,
Many.
this is 35. Not
My lord, let me give you a simple example here. Wait,
If this will be 22.35.
let me help you.
Wait. If you draw a straight line here, this side will be 22.35. This side will be 22.35. This side will be 35. This side will be 35. So you have 22.35 by 35. Two of that.
That is the point I'm trying to make.
So it's more than 35 by 35. My lord, you understand what he is?
This is 40.
Okay, now how much are you paying for that? What is the price?
The valuation on from is 1.485
million.
1,485,000.
What is there? Let me see. What do you have?
That is the valuation.
That's the valuation.
That is plot number one.
Who did this valuation?
It's Spinks.
Let me see.
Spinks.
In the Gambia here.
That is
Yeah,
plot
yeah.
number one.
Yeah.
That is
Plot number 9, sir.
Is that people?
No,
Including the house.
if you include it.
No, it doesn't include the house. It doesn't
Just the
include.
empty land?
Yes.
No,
By fee?
Yeah.
no, that is astronomic.
People
That doesn't include the land.
No, it doesn't include the house or doesn't include the
It
land?
doesn't include the house.
Now you are coming.
Yeah, that's what I say. It doesn't include the house.
Does it include
The
plot
house.
number one?
Yes.
Huh?
We don't value plot number 9.
You see,
So this number 9?
Yeah.
with,
Which one did you go?
It's this one.
He says plot number 9. I see the mark 9.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
What is it?
Plot number 9. No, it's 1.562.
What is the
1.5
value price?
million.
1.5 billion, roughly.
That is
Yeah.
the price.
Yes.
That is his valuation.
That's
That is
the price.
Since valuation, yes.
That's
But,
what I'm saying, the valuation.
yes, but now, you
You
see,
see, what I'm trying to say
Well,
here, what I'm trying to say here,
Yes.
at the time he was making the valuation, did he look at the land as residential or did he look at...
No, we don't. But if you look at even the document, we don't value the properties, the houses. We
You don't understand what I'm saying.
no, you
Yes,
say
yes,
whether it's
Yeah.
commercial land or
The land is occupied.
Yes.
as
Wait.
residential. As residential.
Okay, that's
Yes,
the error here.
yes.
Because the property is not residential.
Is what?
It's an agricultural land.
But he is a residential there.
Hey, no, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. The whole property is agricultural.
Yes.
Including his own and anybody else who has built a house in that place. Even as of now, the place is occupied is still considered agricultural. It cannot be considered residential. The fact that he's living there doesn't make it residential.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making. So the valuation that the man made, he made the valuation based on residential property.
Yes, but he did the valuation based on the fact of what they are using it for. This man has built a house for the last
Mr. Bennett, in as much as we are trying to negotiate, I have to be very, very frank. The entire property is agricultural. Even if you build mansions there, it's still agricultural. Let us say, for example, assuming that he wants to lease that property. If you go to the land surface, if you look at your lease, they will tell him you cannot lease this as residential. Unless land use is changed.
Yes.
Yes,
But at the moment.
You are right. So I'm saying,
You have already
They are already built
you
there.
don't understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You understand at the time when he was buying, he did not say that the property belongs to him.
Sir, if at all,
How much did you say you bought the land how many years ago?
No, wait.
How much did you say you bought